People, how you doing? Listen, I have a guest that's going to come on again, Tyler. He's going to show you guys some charts, but let's look at what's happening. Guys, we called Bonk. We didn't know it was going to moon like that, but you guys know I told you guys that a few days ago, Bonk was due for a move. Well, Bonk moved 40%, all right? And it has cooled down a little bit, but as you can see, it's still up 30%. And then on yesterday's video, I said, is PEPE next, right? Is PEPE next? Well, look at where PEPE is at the time of recording this. PEPE was up as high as 47% and is still up 42%. Guys, being in the fastest moving car is the thing. Now, we know that Elon has been put in front of this new committee by the incoming president. Tyler's going to talk about that. Is it next? So, yes, it has run up already 12%. And yes, the technicals may show you something else. But remember, this is a popularity game. And it may go up and it may cool off a little bit. PEPE may cool off a little bit. And look at Bonk. But I'm telling you guys that I'm helping you guys to make big bags. Please share my page because whenever I see it, I'm going to call it. All right, good people. So now, Tyler shot this video before PEPE ran up. But I want you guys to pay close attention to everything he says as we're on this journey to become crypto millionaires, all right? So please share this with all of your friends and family, and let's get this bag. Now, I want you guys to show Tyler some love. So Tyler, take it over.
What's up, good people, and welcome back to Stuck Up with Larry Jones. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm here, and many of you, of course, may have seen the live stream on Sunday where Uncle Larry and we jumped on stream. We started talking about what's happening with Bonk and Doge and Shiba and PEPE and much more. You guys absolutely loved it. So Uncle Larry's out in Mexico right now. He gives me a call. He says, look, I'm in Mexico, but we need to feed the people. So I need you to talk about Bonk. I need you to talk about PEPE and Shiba and Doge. Let people know what's going on from a technical perspective. Let them know what we're expecting and much more. Of course, some of the things that we talked about in that live stream have now come true. We've seen Bonk absolutely explode, and we're going to be covering all of that today. And so with that said, good people, drop those coffee cups down in the comments below. And let's get into it. Now, don't forget, you cannot forget, right now, currently, Stock Up You, the biggest discount code that there has ever been, is available for you. The Black Friday sale is now live. It is now active. The promo code is LEARN, L-E-A-R-N. And if you do want to check that out, there are going to be a bunch of things in there coming soon. We're getting some courses on leverage trading and much more, all for you to help learn in crypto. And so with that said, of course, don't forget to check that out. The discount code is LEARN. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Tyler Hill. I have a YouTube channel called Tyler Hill Investing, and what I do is technical analysis every day. So my goal is for you today is to learn some more technical analysis. We have to feed the people. We got to keep you guys going. So what we're going to do today is we're first going to start off with Bonk. We're going to talk about what Bonk's doing and why its price has absolutely been going crazy. So as you all have been seeing, Bonk's price has been absolutely flying. We saw this thing absolutely send. And if we do look at its overall price performance, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. You can see that Bonk's price saw growth of around 121% just over the course of a week. Now, Uncle Larry had been calling this, been talking about it, and whenever we were on live stream, he rubs it in my face. You know how it goes. But he said, look, we gave our options. Bonk versus, I think it was either Bonk, it was Bonk versus PEPE, and I chose PEPE, he chose Bonk, and of course, right after that, we saw Bonk absolutely take off. Now, the reason why Bonk's price did take off to the upside like this is because of the news that we got. Coinbase launched its Coinbase 50 index, which basically works as the S&P 500, and Bonk was a part of that. And so as a result of this, Bonk's price absolutely took off. And although it is down a little bit right now, it is still going absolutely insane, leaving a lot of Bonk investors doing really, really good. So if you did get in on Bonk, especially after the live stream on Sunday, congratulations, because man, this thing is absolutely smashing it. Now, is it going to continue upwards like this? I definitely think it's possible. when I do look at this thing, what we can see is that Bonk is currently running into a major zone of resistance. This is a level and a layer in which we have seen its price get rejected to several different times, right? And so because of that, it wouldn't shock me at all if we do get a little bit of a pullback or a little bit of a consolidation here. But in the grand scheme of things, I think Bonk is getting primed to break through this resistance zone at some given point. And when that time does come that we break this resistance zone, I think Bonk pushing up towards that 6975 level somewhere up here is extremely likely. So Bonk still seems like it could be getting primed and ready to make an amazing move. And so again, even if its price does trend downwards for a little bit, maybe come retest this inverse head and shoulders or something, I think that we can still see that beautiful move towards the upside, maybe towards the end of this year or early next year. So Bonk's looking absolutely phenomenal. Amazing news coming from Bonk, and let's keep it pushing. So looking at PEPE now, just to put things into comparison, let's take a look at what PEPE has going on, because it has been performing pretty dang on well also. Now, Uncle Larry wanted me to tell you guys that the reason why he invested into PEPE recently is because he didn't have any. He was like, you know what? I realize I don't have any PEPE, and although he's a Bonk guy, he does recognize that sometimes these liquidity cycles happen where Bonk takes off, for example, and then some of those people can take those gains and funnel them into something like PEPE. And so as a result of that, PEPE has also, it's been doing pretty good as Bonk has been rising. Although it hasn't been moving as much, we can see that it had an amazing move over the last couple of days here, down a little bit in the last 24 hours, but it is in a similar spot as to who I told you with Bonk, in the sense that it is running into a major resistance zone at this point. A lot of people are wondering why it's just randomly starting to pull back now, right? We were going up, 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 and everybody was all excited, but then its price started to pull back a bit, and it's down about 6 to 7% over the last 24 hours, and people are wondering what's going on and why is this happening? Well, quite simply, the reason why it's happening is, again, because we're running into some major resistance. You can see that PEPE put in an all-time high around its 1678 level back in May of this year, and so of course the closer and closer that we get to that previous high, you're going to see the bear step in and start trying to push this market down. You also have to consider that Bitcoin's price has slowed down a bit, and Bitcoin is still in charge of the market. And so when you combine these two things together, of course you're going to see a little bit of a pullback, but I need you to understand that's very healthy. You can't be scared of these pullbacks. You can't be scared of these consolidation moments or these cool downs. You need them, quite frankly. In order to be able to make moves to the upside, you need these little pullbacks. I mean, look back right here, right? We saw a push to the upside, pullback, push to the upside, pullback, push to the upside, right? You need these little moments for the bulls to relax and calm down before you can continue upwards. And so in my opinion, although we are seeing PEPE pull back a little bit right here, I don't think it's very scary. I think it's supernatural, and I think we're in a very good spot to where even if it does come back lower, we can try to turn these resistance points into support points and use them to push higher through these key resistance levels. And so for me, although yes, PEPE similarly to Bonk may pull back a little bit, I'm not too concerned about it, because I do expect we will find that higher low somewhere and use that to continue up higher, pushing through this resistance zone and aiming for new all-time highs. So PEPE is also looking very, very good. And so as I said, we did of course talk about it over on Sunday and the live stream, and Uncle Larry was right. He chose Bonk, I chose PEPE, and Bonk did perform a little bit better, but I still have faith in PEPE, so I'm not going to give up on it yet. Now, while I do have you, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Doge, because we did get some very, very big news that, of course, is extremely important. Well, we did get final confirmation that Elon Musk is officially the pick from Donald Trump to be the head of the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, if you spell that out, you can see it spells out Doge. And I think not only is this intentional, but I do believe that they have a purpose for this. And I do think personally that this is going to be something that will constantly feed excitement and liquidity to Doge itself. Elon Musk has always pumped Doge. He has a thing for Doge, it seems. And so because of that, him being the head of a department that, spells out Doge, it's no surprise there. Now, as a result of this absolutely amazing news, we did see Doge have a very good day yesterday. Overall, his price is pulling back just a little bit, kind of like the rest of the market, right? As you can see, but nowhere near as much. It's still giving us a lot of bullish signals. It's still looking very good. And what I will let you know is that it actually recently hit a major breakout zone, which is the 44-cent level. The 44-cent level represents what's called a macro Fibonacci zone. And when a crypto is capable of reaching macro Fibonacci extension levels, you can see throughout history that typically that's just the beginning. When a crypto like Doge can smash through the 618 to 786 Fibonacci level, smash through its first extension level and hit its second extension level, even if it does pull back a little bit, even if it does go down a little bit or sideways a little bit, it is extremely common for it to then find some support and continue up higher. This usually is only the beginning, and I do think that over time we will see Doge continue to climb. And so seeing news like this just feeds the energy, it feeds the liquidity, and I think that Elon's going to consistently definitely do things that could pump or dump Doge's price. And so overall, I am really looking forward to see how this develops, especially after this news drops. Now, to finalize some things, and guys, don't forget, you cannot forget. I almost forgot to mention, but you can't forget. Go check out Stock Up You down in the description below, guys. LEARN right now, the biggest discount that there has ever been, and the price is only going to go up. In January, the price is going to go up, so go check that out down below. But finally, let's take a look at SHIB. So what we can see, Shiba Inu having a little bit of a rougher day, but overall still performing pretty dang on well. If we do look at its chart, what you can see here is that this thing did get a little bit of a rejection off of a major point of resistance. What happened is that Shiba Inu's price came up to this previous resistance point, this previous top right here, and it did see a bit of a rejection off of it. Now, I personally know that some people are getting a little bit concerned because Shiba Inu did fall. If we look at this thing, we're looking at a fall of about 21%. And guys, that can be scary, and I totally understand. But what you have to understand is that in a moment like this, where Shiba Inu just goes up, and it can't stop going up, you're gonna have these moments where it has to cool down and it has to pull back. Just like I told you earlier with Bonk and PEPE, you're gonna see these moments where it needs to cool down. And having moments like this where it is just cooling down and it's not absolutely crashing means that there's longevity. It means that we're gonna see these indicators cool off. It means that the bulls are gonna have time to reset. And when they have time to reset, then they're gonna be able to step back in and start trying to push this thing towards the upside. And so sure, we might see SHIB come back down. It might come back all the way to the 2166 level and retest this inverse head and shoulders here. But at the end of the day, that's not scary, because flipping these previous resistance areas into some support and then using that support to continue higher is how Shiba will hit an all-time high. This is what it's going to need to do in order to hit an all-time high. So of course we should embrace and accept that this is happening and be okay with it. As its price goes lower and lower, maybe it's a time to start dollar cost averaging a little bit. Maybe it's a good idea to start building up that bag, because if it does find some support and continue higher, this thing could just be getting started, and we really could see this thing making some gains. And so overall, the common narrative here across these different ones, Bonk, PEPE, SHIB, and Doge, is simply that even though they're pulling back right now and that can feel scary, it's not scary. It needs to happen. It's natural, and you should embrace it, because in my 5 years that I've been doing technical analysis here on YouTube, it's always happened and it's never been the end of the world, okay? And so guys, don't forget, if you do want a little bit more information about me, I do have a personal YouTube channel that is linked down in the description below. I did recently meet Uncle Larry. I had been watching his channel for 4 or 5 years, and we've had some great connections, some great talks, and I can't wait to continue to help, come here and make some content and talk about the technicals and talk about the charts with Uncle Larry. And although he does beat me, because that dude's psychological investing is something different that I've never seen before, I do enjoy, of course, having those combos and feeding the people as much as possible. So of course, I hope you guys did enjoy catching up today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Do not forget, one more time, go check out Stock Up You. It is linked down below. Before you exit this video, go check Stock Up You. Take advantage of the biggest discount that we've ever seen before. Discount code, promo code LEARN. That's LEARN, LEARN. That is available down there for you down below. So make sure to go check that out. Drop those coffee cups down in the chat, and I can't wait to see you all again next time. Peace out, everyone.